Lieutenant Josh Morgan reporting as ordered, sir. These are my orders, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
F-84 Starjet pilot, eh?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm a member of the Shooting Star acrobatic team, sir. Supposed to do a show in Houston next month.
I don't care whether you pilot a jet or a flying carpet. I'm interested only in the fact that you were born in Hidden Rock, North Carolina. Now, how far is that from Big Smoky Mountain, Tennessee?
Well, sir, on a clear day, you can see old Big Smoky Mountain from my front porch in Hidden Rock, sir.
Good. Now, Big Smoky is owned by a mountain family named Tatum. Have you ever heard of them?
Tatum? Yes, sir. I had a great-great-aunt that married a Tatum back in 1907, but we lost track somewhere along.
We'll get you back on the track. Now, the Tatums flatly refused to lease the top of their mountain for an ICBM missile base. Our job is to get that lease, and within 7 days.
I take it it's an important mission, sir.
Top secret.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, begging the captain's pardon, may I make a suggestion?
Oh, by all means.
You better pick another mountain, sir.
That's a very interesting suggestion. Why?
Well, sir, it's like biting into a beehive.
Well, let me put it this way, Lieutenant. If we don't get that lease, my next tour of duty would be in Greenland.
Oh, that would be too bad, sir.
Yes, it would. And guess who would be my executive officer?
You wouldn't, sir.
Oh, yes, I would.
Well, in that case, may I make another suggestion?
Well, I hope it's a little better than the last one.
If I'm going to sweet-talk these Tatums into giving us that lease, I better not be in uniform. Because anything that looks like it's from the government gets shot in the Big Smoky, sir.
I don't care if you wear a bikini, just as long as we get that lease.
Yes, sir.
Now, our plane leaves for Tennessee in 30 minutes. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir, there's this little old gal.
Who's going to be a little older by the next time you see her.
Yeah.
Move it, Lieutenant.
She's a little old now, sir.
I'm just a Smoky Mountain boy, coming back to the hills I love, where the tops of pine are bending in the wind and the deep blue sky above. The closer and closer I get to home, the more excited I am. Those were the mornings I'd roll out of bed, start the day off with hot cornbread, smothered in huckleberry jam. I'm just a Smoky Mountain boy, coming back to the hills I love, where the tops of pine are bending in the wind and the deep blue sky above. I can almost hear the hounds running through the woods, close on the trail of a hare. How I long to be with them, following the hounds a-hunting again, getting me a big old grizzly bear. I'm just a Smoky Mountain boy, coming back to the hills I love, with the tops of pine bending in the wind and the deep blue sky above. I've traveled around and met lots of girls, no matter how many I see. I left some pretty ones behind, I know back home is where I find the girl whose love is meant for me. I'm just a Smoky Mountain boy, coming back to the hills I love, with the tops of pine bending in the wind and the deep blue sky above.